Hello, everyone. Good evening and welcome to another amazing class. And today we're going to be talking about visioning, birthing, and conceiving the future. I'm sure we all know that it's very important for us to have a picture of the future so that we can deliver it. And just before we start, I'd like us to take the analogy of an architect. So if you want to build your house, you meet an architect, you tell them the size of your plot, and then the architect goes ahead to design an apartment. So say you want maybe a bungalow, a duplex, a skyscraper, whatever it is that you want. He designs this, but first it's on paper. But the pictorial representation is so real. And ultimately, this is given to the builders and, everyone, the quantity surveyor, the foreman, everyone who will be in charge of delivering the project. They can see the desired picture. They know this is the quantity of cement to use, the water, these are the materials we would need. This is when you should do this. We will do this afterwards. They know the steps to take. Go with the foundation first. Okay, when we get to the lintel. Okay, when we get to the decking. When should we start the finishing, plumbing, electrical work. They know when to get the different supports. Now, this simply shows that visioning first starts from the mind or on paper before it becomes a reality. So today's class is just to guide you, each and every one of us, including myself, on how we can conceive and birth the future. The best time to prepare for 2024 is now. So I'd like us not to procrastinate or delay, but let's just get into it. So I hope that analogy has been very useful. So we'll be guided by this outline in this presentation. Introduction, definition, facts about vision, why you should have a vision, developing a life charter template, question and answer, and then thank you. Okay, so introduction. I'm sure we've heard this. Where there is no vision, the people perish. And interestingly, perish here doesn't just signify, physical death or the loss of life or immortality, like you just die. Perish here simply means when you're living for nothing, it means that you can fall for anything. Somebody can just come and say, let's go here, let's do this. Anyone can just wake you up and say, let's go to Abuja, let's go to Kaduna. That's because you have not defined for yourself what you want to do with your day or how you want to go about your life. So where there is no vision, the people perish. Imagine starting a building project without having an idea of what you want to build. You don't know if you want to build a duplex or a skyscraper or a bungalow. You would never get it right with the foundation. So the vision is more like the foundation, the bedrock for any meaningful living, any meaningful life. So next we'll take definitions. Vision is a picture of the future that produces passion. Vision is the act of seeing what is invisible to others. A vision is a call to become something more. Now, take yourself, for example. Right now, at the moment, you might be an employee, you might be a small business owner, whatever it is that you are. This is what you are at the moment. In the present, this is what you are. But a vision is a call to become something more. So this is you looking inward, engaging your imagination and tell yourself 5 years from now, I can be the CEO. 10 years from now, I want to be a grandmother. Whatever your desires are, that picture that you see in the distance, That is what vision is. You know, you're working towards becoming that thing in the distant future, being fully aware that now you are just maybe an entry-level officer or a mid-level officer or a new wife or a wife who has been married for several years. Now, vision is also the art of seeing what is invisible to others. And why is this? This is because when you're creating a vision, you use your imagination. So it means that it is inside, it is within you. Other people don't get to see it except you share it with them. So you're seeing how you want your future to be. You're picturing it. No one can see what you're seeing except you share it with them. Maybe you draw it, maybe you get a pictorial representation of what you want your future to look like, and then you share it with them. And also, vision is a picture of the future that produces passion. This simply means that when you have a picture in your mind, you know, there's this energy, there's this force, there's this vibrancy that you have within you that propels you to say, I can go for this. This is my reality. And you know, when I think about this definition, someone comes to mind, and that's Kobe Bryant. And we all know that Kobe Bryant, even though he died early, he did a lot of things with his life. And one of the things that helped him was having a vision, visioning, which you can also call visualization. And for some of us who have read about him, maybe quotes or interviews, you see that he had people who he looked up to. He had mentors or role models. He had something he called the GOAT Mountain, you know, the famous people in his field that he wanted to be like. And one of the things that he always did before playing any game was to engage visualization. You know, he'll sit back and, you know, sort of play how the game should go out in his mind. He'll look at how he would do the dribbles, you know, just all in his mind, putting himself in that space. And eventually, when he gets on the court, he makes magic happen. Now, this is because he has been there. He has gone into the future in his mind, and then he's able to deliver it. He first conceived it. He believed it that it was possible. And then when he gets on the field, he delivers it. Now, this is how I want each and every one of us to live our lives. I want us to have a picture of something amazing, something beautiful that is in the distant future, but, you know, we can bet it by the things that we do on a daily basis. So these are the definitions of vision that struck me, and I thought that I should share with us. Next is a beautiful young lady, you know, holding a device that enables her to see the distance. You know, we can also say that that device is telescope. You know, telescope is a device that astrologers and all use to look into the galaxy. You know, it shows them the stars, the formation, the arrangement. Also, if you're a traveler, you know that one of the things you can use is a binocular. Yeah, you can use a binocular. So when I put this picture, what came to my mind was to ask you, each and every one of you who is listening now and who would listen subsequently, do you have a vision? It's very important that you have a vision. And I'm going to be sharing with us why you should have a vision. But before that, let's see some facts about vision. Now, when the vision is clear, the strategy becomes easy. Now, why is this? This is because if you're going to a place, take for example, you're in a certain position and you're going to the next street, the strategy becomes easy because the vision is clear. The vision is the destination, and you know the strategy is how to get there. So you know how to navigate. You know, okay, should I drive? Should I walk? Should I run? How do I get there? So once the vision is clear, the strategy becomes easy. Now, the reason why we're living the way we're living is because for some of us, we haven't really sat down to look at the distant future, say asking ourselves, what do I want to do 5 years from now? What do I want to do 10 years from now? Instead, we just think of something very limited. What do I want to do the next hour? But we should know that when we have a clear picture of how the next 5 and 10 years would be, it would impact on the things that we do in the subsequent hours, minutes, weeks, days, years, it makes it easier. Now, it also says, make your vision so clear, your fears become irrelevant. When your destination is sure, when your destination is clear, you're no longer afraid because that is where I'm headed. So if I want to get there, I think I should leave very early, or I think I should leave in the afternoon, or do I need someone to follow me? What resources do I need to get there? It just alleviates all of your fears, and then you're no longer afraid because you know where you're going to. You're able to craft a strategy, and then you just walk the way. But also, it's important to note that vision without execution is daydreaming. You can't say you want to become an A student, top student, 1% of the 1% in your class, and you're not reading. I mean, how would that even happen? Execution is the mother of all strategy. You can draw on the paper, you can devise the means, but if you don't walk your talk, if you don't execute those points and agendas that you have marshaled out, it's just remain a vision all in your mind, but it will not become reality. So it means that you're conceiving it, but you're not betting it because of your action or your inactions. Now, vision without passion is a picture without possibilities. This is because passion will drive you to take certain steps. Passion will drive you to make certain decisions. Passion will help drive you to make certain choices that makes your vision a possibility. And also, when the road is clear, when the destination is known, it means that there is speed. You can tell yourself, rather than get there by trekking in 10 days, I can run and get there in 2.5 days. So it means that there's a relationship between speed and vision. This is the same thing with driving. When you are driving and then you put the address on the Google map, it tells you direction to go. It tells you this is the fastest route, despite the traffic and all. It also shows you alternative routes if need be. But imagine you do not know the way and you also do not have access to Google Map. You would always have to stop to ask, stop to ask, stop to ask. So it means that it fights your focus because stopping to ask is a distraction. So this shows you that there's a correlation between having speed and delivering your vision. Also, clarity of vision creates a clarity of priorities because when you know where you are headed, you know that you cannot be distracted by just anything. No one can just call you and put their agenda on you. No, you're in charge of your life. You're able to make decisions as and when due. You're able to appropriate resources and materials that needs them at crucial moments. And it's often said that the best way to predict the future is to create it. And how do you create this? It's by having a mental picture of the future that you want to feature in. Now, like I said earlier, when you know what your vision is, then you know your daily task. Oh, my vision is to be the best student in class. So this means that I have to read daily. I need to practice exercises. I need to practice past questions. I need to attend tutorials. I need to ace my curriculum, my CA test, my practicals, whatever it is, you give it your all. Now, it's a terrible thing to see and have no vision. Now, what do I mean? We all have eyes. But the truth is, you don't see with your eyes alone. So it's a terrible thing to just see. Yes, you have no vision. And all you can see are the tangible things that have been created to see far, to conceive and bear the future. You need to see with your mind. You need to see with your heart. So, my dear friends, don't just see with your eyes. I don't want to say eyes don't see, but don't just see with your eyes because When there is no power and there's thick darkness, even though your eyes is open, you still don't see. Except you are familiar with that terrain. Your mind and your heart guides you to say, oh, there's a table here. You have to move. It is not your eyes that is seeing. So it means your mind that has to be full of so much light. So you do not see with your eyes alone. You also see with your heart and with your mind. And vision with action can change the world. Imagine every innovator, every invention that you have in the world. It was first vetted in the mind of the one who conceived it. And he decided to bet it. He decided to make it happen. I was flying recently and I told myself, someone sat down and said, I believe that men can fly like the birds, and created the airplane. He had a vision. He took steps, the action, and they changed the world forever. They changed transportation forever as we know it. So what change are you going to bring to the world? What are you conceiving in your mind? And what actions are you taking? So why should you have a vision? A vision determines how you end. A vision is like the end from the beginning. It's like knowing how you end from now. A vision is you saying, I know that I'm going to be a successful CEO of a Fortune 500 company. Why? Because you have a vision. And you know that not just going to have a vision, you're going to execute that vision. Your daily tasks will walk towards that ultimate goal. It's going to make you focused. It aids your thinking. It guides your thoughts. It helps you know what opportunities to take, what certifications to take, what relationships to keep. It gives you speed. It helps you to be stable in the face of challenges and turbulence. It aids your priority. It renders every fear and limitation powerless. It helps you to plan. It helps you to make choices. It guides your decisions and determines the environment in which you're going to thrive. In one word, vision is everything. Or let me put it this way. Vision and execution is everything. But one very important thing that we need to have also as we think of betting a vision is developing a life charter. Now, a charter is a document that guides everything that you're going to do. So if you're a project management officer, you know that a charter is a document that tells you everything about that project. Your life is a project. Your vision is a project. And, you know, in that charter, there are several documents that you should have. And there are just 6 of them that needs to work together. And the first one is a mission. Now, mission, it says, or has to do with, what do I want to do with my life? How do I want to do it? Who do I want to do it for? What are the benefits? Next is the vision. The vision has to do with the future, but the mission has to do with the present. Mission, we're on a mission. We're on a mission to fulfill a vision. Now, a vision says, who am I? And where do I want to be? Who do I want to become? And this will be aided by your values. And values have to do with what principles guide me, what principles would guide my action. Do I want to be a person of integrity? Do I want to be a person of respect? Do I want to be a person of selfless service? There are numerous values that you need to have. But there are some that will be priority for you as you grow. So there's a need for you to determine, what values do I want to have? What principles will guide my actions? And you ask yourself, what are the goals? What are the milestones I need to get? If I say I want to be a CEO, I need to become a manager. I need to become a senior manager. I need to become an executive. And then I become the CEO. So it means that there will be milestones that you need to define for yourself. There's several milestones in the world, but yours is unique. And next is the strategy. Once you know the goals, next thing you ask yourself is, how do I become a manager? How do I attain senior manager at this age? How do I become an executive? And what do I need to do To become a CEO, who do I need on my side? What certifications do I need? How long will it take me? Then leadership and accountability. You can't do it alone. Nobody is self-made. We are made of support. We are made of relationships. We thrive in relationships and not in isolation. So what kind of support system do you want to have? So just to take it again, there's a need for you as you develop your life charter to define your mission, craft your vision, clarify your values, select your goals, pick your strategy, and plan your accountability, the people you would have on your team. So ultimately, one of the best ways to practice visioning is by having a vision board. Now, a vision board could be anything. It could be digital, it could be physical. Importantly, transplant or transfer your vision from your mind, from your head. Put it on paper, put it on a digital copy that you can always see. It's not enough for you to just catch a vision once because you might lose it. But when you put it down, it means that you can always go back to it. You can remind yourself when it looks like you're losing it, you're falling off track, you know, you're demotivated. Once you see that vision, it gets you going. It helps you know, oh, there's another way to do it. There's no one way to achieve this. I can do this in a different way, right? So next as well is the several compartments that we have in our lives. So we have spirituality, you have personal development, health and wellness, relationships, finance, business, and career. So life compartment 1. So this is me sharing what my vision board in terms of spirituality looks like. Now, for me, these are the people I want to listen to. These are the spiritual role models and mentors that I have. Pastor Lumide Emmanuel, Pastor Ladipo Clement, Apostle Joshua Selman, Pastor Benedict Soige, Pastor Kingsley and Mildred, and the Oyedepo family. These are the models that I want to take after, and these are the people that I want to see. Now, what is the ultimate goal for me in terms of spirituality? It's for me to make heaven. But then, heaven is in the future. What are the daily steps that I need to take to ensure that I am heaven bound? I need to pray, I need to praise, read and meditate on the word, listen to messages, fasting, giving, seeds. What are the fruits of the spirit? What are the gifts of the spirit? Also content creation for me in terms of my study. For you as well, it could be okay, biographies. I want to study Kate Kuma. I want to study T.L. Osborne, you know, several leaders. You want to know about them. Topical studies, doctrinal studies, character study. It's endless, but this is just a guide. Next is your health and wellness. These are women that I admire. This is Ayomide Isaac Oyedepo. She's married to Pastor Isaac Oyedepo, one of David Oyedepo's sons. She has 4 children and she looks trim. I love her skin. I love her lifestyle. And, you know, I listen to her and I tell myself, okay, the ideal weight I want to have is 60 kg. So what do I need to attain this? I need to stay alive first, eat healthy, reduce junk, drink water, smoothies, juices, natural ones, exercise, take care of my skin, engage in sport. As a woman, I'm looking at my reproductive health. As men, you should be looking at your prostate as well. You know, go for regular checkups, see the dentist, check the optician. Other women I admire here, Dupe Olushola, that's the wife, the MD CEO of Transcorp. Owen Omogiafa also, she's the president of Transcorp. And then the woman in the tank top is Leslie Tasson. She's 63 and she's so fit. These are goals for me. So what represents health and wellness to you? you can have them there. I also have relationship and connections. So, we have the vertical relationship and the horizontal relationship with your peers, relationship with mentors, role model, God. And, I have intimate relationships here where I say I have a good relationship with God, my husband, children, my tribe. These are my inner circle, people I can be vulnerable with. Also known as my personal board of directors. I learned this from Bumi Adeniba, the marketing director of Coca-Cola. So the pictures that we see here are the pictures of our tribe. Her mentor is Mrs. Ibukwan Washita. Her friend is Tara. Her friend as well is also Folake Shoeton. Now look at all of these people. They are all CEOs because your relationship will determine where you will be ultimately. So you can't just say, I want to be successful. I am moving with miscreants. It doesn't align. You would go their way. So you need to change your association. You need to be intentional about your association. Do audits, understand relationship management, create boundaries, establish relationships with your parents, your siblings. Just ensure that you're doing well. Next life compartment for me is finances. So finances, I've categorized this into several buckets: earning, spending, saving, investment, assets plan, and what I want my net worth to be. And then I have a check there. So for my earning plan, okay, my salary I earn. Okay, how else can I earn passive income? Okay, I can anchor events. I sell smoothies and juices. I can do ebooks. I can create the course. I can sell templates. I can also do affiliate marketing by doing referrals for other people. And then I'm telling myself, what's my spending plan? Because don't forget, you don't learn how to spend. So you need to be intentional and it has to be regulated. And for me, I'm saying for my salary, my active spend would be 50%. And these are my top priorities for spending: God, my parents, myself, my rent, transportation, feeding, and gifts, which includes charity and any other kind of giving. And there's a need for you to save. You need to pay your future. So my active income, I'm going to be doing 50%. When I have my side income as well, 50%. I get monetary gifts, bonuses, all of that, 50%. And there's a need to create an emergency fund. Now, for investment, the greatest investment you can do is to invest in yourself. I'm going to be investing in myself a lot in 2024. I would be interested in real estate, saving in FX, Nigerian stock, foreign stock, join a cooperative, and try gold. So what are you going to be doing? For my asset plan, I'm thinking of, I intended to write fuel efficient car and then start saving towards a house, maybe off plan, whatever it is, but I have it in a picture. And then what I want my net worth to be. Now, so this is me writing mine. So there's a need for you to do yours after this class. The next is my business and career. For some, you're just a career person. For some, you're a business person. So currently, I work with Guarantee Trust Holding Company. And I'm saying, okay, Stella at GTCO. I want to grow holistically and in a healthy manner. So what is my growth plan? I want to make sure that I'm able to add value. It means I need to read so that I'll be indispensable, pray for favor, get more wisdom, get promoted. You can also try to attend mock interviews or go for interviews just to see where you are in the industry. I would volunteer a lot for initiatives next year and attend more industry events. And the guide or the role model I have for this goal is Injanoe. She's the chairman of PepsiCo. She has had a successful career, and I think that I would like to tour the path that she is. Also, for these events that we're having, the Stella Live Show, my guide here is Oprah Winfrey. And so what's my plan? I want to keep growing the membership, have positive testimonials from you, the listeners. Maybe create a LinkedIn challenge for visibility for us, have quarterly offline events, and eventually a physical program all next year. And then for my smoothie and juices business, I intend to get NAFDAC and SOT registration, see if I can start supplying some supermarket, have 2 people working with me, have at least 100 repeat customers, and see if we can bag 1 million naira in profits. Growth plan, maybe a new job, maybe a new business, maybe Japa. Time will tell. And my goal for this is the richest woman in the world. Her name is Francesco Bettencourt, and she's inspiring. You might want to check her out, or you might want to check, if you're a male, you want to see male leaders or female leaders that can guide you. And the last life compartment is personal development and lifelong learning. Learning is lifelong. Education doesn't stop within the four walls of the school. It goes beyond. All right? Okay, so I plan to complete my ICANN exams. I have one paper that's been waiting for me like forever. 2024 is the year where I get this done. And then for also other holistic growth, I intend to engage in reading, researching, traveling, managing my personal brand. I think you should decide to do yours as well. Thinking, do I need an MBA? Do I need a PhD? What skills do I need? You know how the World Economic Forum releases a report on the future of work? I get to check that report from time to time to see what new skills I need to hone, what's needed in my industry, how I can stay relevant in the VUCA world. Check if there are other industry certifications besides the ones that I got this year. Try coaching or get a coach also. Become a better writer, become a fluent speaker, great networker, a resourceful person. Maybe I should learn a new language. French can come in handy, or Mandarin. Improve on my driving skills. Maybe I'll pivot in my career. I can't tell. Just make sure that I am in tune with trends. Now, I hope that these compartments really help you. I don't just want us to, just listen to this class or watch this video and take it for granted. This is how life should be lived. Life should not be lived on miracles, but on principles. And where necessary, we can pray for a miracle and hope for a miracle. But optimistically, you are the miracle worker. You can make miracles happen. Miracles can happen every day for you with this template. I want to tell you that we become what we behold. And it all starts with the mind. Check your thoughts, because they determine what your emotions will be. Check your emotions. They influence your actions, and your actions determines your result or your outcome. Ultimately, I want to encourage you to win the battle of the mind. You can do this. You have the power. We become what we behold. So I want to ask you again, what seest thou? What are you seeing? What is your vision for 2024? You can't just live it like every other year. You've never been in 2024 before. So a blank canvas has been handed over to you. What are you going to paint? What are you going to create? What are you going to draw? What are you conceiving now? What are you betting? It's time for you to make magic happen, dear miracle worker. So remember, we are not limited by our abilities, but by our vision. So I ask you again, what seest thou? What seest thou? Because what you see determines how far you would go. Thank you so much for joining us in this class. I trust that it has been amazing. If you know that you've learned something, I'd like you to drop a comment. Make sure you like this video, share it, tell a friend, reach out to me. You know how to always reach out to me. So I'd like to take questions now if you have any. Prosper, do you have a question? Those who are going to join us subsequently, do you have a question? I'd like to hear from you. How was the class? You can please unmute your mic and speak.
Yeah. We're recording now, stop, Abby.
No, please speak.
Okay. The class was okay. It's just the last part I don't know about it.
Okay, which one?
Life should not be lived on miracles, but on principles.
Yeah.
Like that. Yes. It said win the battle of the mind.
In your mind.
And what seest thou? This 2024.
So I want to encourage you to make the most of 2024. Let it be your best year. And it can be your best year. And it will be your best year. I mean, that's why I'm here. That's why you have me.
Yes, thank you. Then the second